Hi, everybody. Hopefully, you're doing well. Thanks for coming back to the channel. I appreciate it. So, um, yeah, this is a live video, not planned or anything like that. So, if you aren't already hit the subscribe bell, you might want to hit it now, just so you guys know when I go live and do these type of events. Because once in a while, to feel bored, I'll pop up on. And yeah, it's about. I went through hell in a handbasket today. And I just want to beef. That's basically about it. But if you guys come on, chat with me, I'm more than happy to have a little conversation right now. But I'm going to look into the camera right now at you and tell you, hey, thanks for being on. Hey, it's been a bit. Yes, it has, Vince. Thank you for coming on. So Vince just dropped by. Big friend of the channel. Thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. So yeah, I had a very interesting week. I had a before. I was getting a video planned to record, but life got in the way, and I had a flood in my basement twice, two floods. But they were micro floods. They were like, okay, where's the water coming in from? Then we had a lot of rain coming through, and then I had again another flood in my basement. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And they're like, not much, just mop, 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 and I was able to get rid of the water. Well, I have a sub pump in the basement. The way the basement is made, it has a issue with water. Like we got water going everywhere in this place, and we got water underground, water above ground. So it's been kind of a little bit of a messy situation. I was like, why am I getting so much water in this basement again? And then I open up the sub pump floor, and yeah, sub pump's dead. I'm like, oh, ain't that cute? So go to Home Depot, buy a new pump, pull up the old pump. It's nothing new, really. Changing a sub pump doesn't take that much. Um, First time doing it, and I'm not a plumber by any stance of the imagination, but I know how to do these things. And I pull out the pump, and I'm trying to take it off. It won't come off. It's almost like it was all jammed up. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna have to get some tools. I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot. And then as I'm looking at the end a lot closer, I'm looking down at the pipe. I'm going, they didn't. They did. Why would you do that? Hello, in ground pool people. Gee, thanks, Mr. Buttram. It's nice to see you on again, buddy. Kilo 9, Lima Alpha. What's F? F is Frank, if I remember correctly. Yeah, shows you how much I've been doing ham radio these days. So my friend Ryan over there, yeah, thanks, man. In brown pool people, yeah. Well, anyways, found that sub pump was dead, but what I found out also is that they glued everything together. They rubber cemented the whole part that goes into the foxtrot. Thank you. So they glued the whole freaking pipe to the actual pump. So even though it's supposed to be removable and you're supposed to take it off, and there's supposed to be a collar there you can easily put on and put off so you can change the pipe, they didn't do that. So here I am going, crap. So off to Home Depot I go, explain it, show the guys at Home Depot, and they went, what? Why would they do that? Huh? That's stupid. So yeah, I got a crash course in how to take apart how to cut pipe. I got all the piping cut, got it re-glued, had to wait a few minutes for the glue to dry, and then I was able to put the whole pump together, and the pump works great. But yeah, it's like 3 to 4 hours to get this done. Was not what I was expecting for a day. So by 6 o'clock, I was exhausted. I just screw it. It works. I'm happy. I'm not going to touch it. Tomorrow I'll be going back down there and I'll be readjusting it because I don't like where the pump is sitting exactly. So I got to readjust that too. But other than that took up my whole weekend. Yeah. Not happy. Found it Saturday. It was dead. And then it was more of who has a pump and how much I'm going to be looking at for $500 per pump. It was ridiculous. But I got one for $170. So it's better than nothing. I mean, sure, it's only a quarter horsepower, but it's more than powerful enough to push the water up into the drainage and get it out of the house. So, yeah, that was my weekend instead of working on the video that I wanted to work on. But hey, I'm glad it's going well. Yeah, so as you guys know, I've been busy with other stuff. There was a trip to Japan that was kind of planned that's now kind of fallen through permanently, only because of the prices of flights. Now, if you don't know me, I've been a big fan of going to Japan. Always wanted to see Japan again. It's kind of like my home away from home, believe it or not. I know that sounds kind of weird saying, yeah, Japan's my home from home because, oh, to be honest, if you've never been there, you have no idea how much feels different, but it feels the same. I can't explain it. It's just the way it is out there. And I actually been to Japan twice. Now, granted, I would not want to live there. I have my own reasons for that. Number one, too hot during the summer. We're talking like, okay, it could be 32 outside, but the humidex will make it feel like 42. So yeah, it's bleh, weather. But there was a trip kind of planned, but that went out the window because the flight was going to cost me $3,000 in November. November. Yes, I did say November. That is not even prime time flying time. It's just so. Yeah, that was another thing that happened this week. And yeah, so video will be getting shot after this, probably live cast. I'm just going to be on here for a couple hours. Just I got to get rid of some of the steam and the angerment that I feel right now because of what I had to deal with. I mean, I've never seen anyone glue a sub pump together. It baffles my head. As goes 3D printer news, I was looking at buying a A1, not the A1 Mini, the A1. Now you're probably going, well, why don't you spend it on, like, say, an enclosed unit, like the, like the Carbon or the P1P, or the P1S, I should say. Well, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know if I got room for those. They're such big and bulky and tall that I don't know if I can put that anywhere. Yeah, but I'm going to be traveling before that. Or I'm talking like November 3rd, I think it was going to be. And I'll be flying back on November 16th, I think it worked out to. So it does nowhere close to Thanksgiving. And also, I'll be traveling on Wednesday. So that's usually the cheapest that we could get. Friday, Saturday, Sunday flights were up in the 2500s. And yeah, I wouldn't be flying into the US. I'd be flying through. The idea was to fly from Toronto, take the red eye to Haneda. Now, the red eye from Tokyo, if I want to go from Narita, which is the other airport in Tokyo, that was about $100 cheaper. And Haneda is the new airport. It's beautiful inside. It's like you get off the plane and you're in like a little village of Japan. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just crazy. Yeah, that's my problem right now. I do have the Voron 2.4 sitting here. I just haven't had the time, space, yeah, or the willpower to finish a project. I agree with that 100% right there. That is what I'm dealing with. No time, space, or willpower to finish a project. Yeah, it's been something. I still have it in my basement, the Voron 2.4. I just don't have, every time I go to get it done, something disastrous happens in my house. And then I have to do, the house chores that need to be done. And also I'm dealing with allergy season right now. Really not what I want to be dealing with. Runny nose 24/7. Oh, it's been horrible. thank God for like allergy medication. Like I take Claritin, I take a Claritin that's considered high strength, an over the counter version. So it's been helping me a lot, but the one you can pick up off the shelf is good, but this stuff is stronger and yeah, it doesn't have the anti-drowsy, so you get a little drowsy off the stuff, but I'd rather feel better than be feeling like having a hammer hit over my head. Spring. Just love it, don't you? But yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now that I would need to get done. And I need to concentrate on my health. My health is my number one issue right now. And it's not that I'm trying to. Well, let me think about that. How do I put that? 'Cause I am trying, but I'm not at the same time. If you get my draft, like, I mean, yeah, I understand. One life to live, YOLO, all that great stuff. I get that, and I'm trying to. But on the other hand, me was like, meh. But I know that's my depression. I know that's depression speaking right there. But yeah, it's been fun trying to stay healthy, and right now I'm dealing with sleep apnea. I'm dealing with sleep deprivation right now. Like last week, I was only getting me 2 hours of sleep a day. Yeah, insomnia is not fun. So yeah, you add up everything that's been going on in my life. It's not been great. And every time I go, yeah, I'm ready to do the project, something happens. Yeah. But I plan to get the channel back on track again. It's just been onslaughts of stuff. And like I said, I'm just venting today, but it's everything. Yeah. But I have been working on a few other projects on the side. So hopefully I'll be able to get those going soon. One of them is a podcast, strictly audio only, which will be available on YouTube and all those great listening apps. And once I get that done, I'll talk about it. But yeah, news about, so give you guys a quick idea what's going on. Well, I'm going to be taking this hat and using something like this to shape the bill to give it that rounded edge. Yes, I'm a baseball fan. I do watch baseball. My team, Toronto Blue Jays, because I'm part of Toronto. I'm in the Toronto area. But I did like the Expos when they were playing in Montreal. I do like watching baseball, period. I haven't watched much this year. I've been watching the Orioles and how they've been doing well this year. And that's a team we're going to have to watch out for because the Orioles are doing really good this year. So I don't know. Don't know if the Jays can handle that or not, but we got to get past the All-Star break before we really concentrate on that. I believe that's sometime this June. So should be some good baseball to watch. I got a lot of tickets for baseball games and went through my baseball game list, and yeah, there's a couple of good games I'm probably going to go to. So excited for that. I don't know how many of you guys are into baseball or into other sports rather than just talk 3D printing. Just curious. But hey, if you have the comment, hey, leave it down below. Or if you're live, you know, leave a comment in the bar and just let me know. But yeah, no, I gotta get some projects done here and probably restart a Saturday or Sunday stream constantly because I think, to tell you the truth, I haven't been able to stream that much and it's been kind of killing me. Now, not being able to come on here once a week, talk with my fans and talk with other friends that I have in the channel groups and such. And it's kind of depressing. But I get it. YouTube is a machine. Unless you feed it content, it's not going to spit out everything that you put out. So I'm going to try to make that every Sunday. Make a live stream at 8, 9 o'clock, be on for an hour and call it a night. That's what my goal is right now. And hopefully we can get that going too. I mean, honestly, who would not want to watch a stream for an hour and have fun chatting with the host? And we can play games, spend Ron's money. We did that when we were looking for the under 5, looking for a good deal, looking at pricing for printers. Really, printer market is kind of getting blown away by what Bamboo's been doing to it. What Bamboo has done to disrupt the 3D printing market is pretty intense, especially with you got the Prusa XL, which is not getting any love. From what I've been told, it's just a piece. I'm not going to say piece of junk. I'm going to say it's a piece of craftsmanship that's awesome that just needs help. I've talked to people that have used it. They said coloring's off. It mixes color. It does some weird stuff. So I'm like, interesting. So I tried also looking at the Prusa Minis. Just recently got an update. Improved a lot of features, including now they have stealth control on the Minis, which should be fun to test with to see if it makes any difference speed-wise or print-wise. That's going to be interesting. The Prusa MK3s got an update recently. Better control, better ghosting control, better stopping of ghosting, which I will admit the ghosting reduction is amazing on them now. I think that's 3.1 point. I think it's 3.1.3.4. I think is out, or is it 3? So 3 or 4, and it gets rid of the ghosting issue that was which was plaguing them big time. And I just went, well, hey, I'll upgrade the MK3s that we have in the office, and they're working great now. I mean, I throw files at it and just goes, yeah, I'll print it. And the prints look amazing. I've been really happy with the latest updates, to tell you the truth. And I'm looking forward to the next updates for the, when I get into work tomorrow, it's going to be updating all the machines so they can run the new firmware, because new firmware does offer a few extra little caveats. Let's put that in brackets. Caveats for running the printers. So I wanted to give it a shot. I want to see what if they did any changes to the Prusa Link control. So what Prusa Link is, allows you to link all your Prusas onto your network, and then you can remote control them. Not as good as Octoprint. I will still say Octoprint is my baby. It's the one I go to the most. We got one printer running Octoprint. We got another printer running Prusa Connect. We're just seeing which one we like better. To be honest, I think Octoprint's the better one, but then we have to buy a whole bunch of pies, and then we have to buy a whole bunch of setups. So the one thing I haven't figured out is how to update a pie via Octoprint, because Octoprint, let me explain this. So Octoprint has an option to update firmware from its own system, but I can't. The Prusas don't like that. The Prusa MK, we got a couple Prusa minis, but one of our minis, the USB is broken in it. It just failed and then it snapped out, and we cannot get another replacement part for it. And all my engineers and myself included don't want to go and take solder to it and try to get the module out and then put a new USB module in. The board still works. Why mess with it? We had a board that did break, that we had to replace, and I've tried to unsolder parts from it, and it's just almost impossible. I've used solder wick, the whole 9 yards, get the solder to come up, wick it away, put new solder down, try again, doesn't work. So The question is, do we want to try? And my answer is probably not, because it's just going to take me forever to get it done. The board is about $100. Would it be cheaper for me to pay the $100 and just get the board? Probably, but it's a money thing. You know, everything comes down to the mighty dollar. Is the time that we spend doing that worth the money? Or would it be better off for us to buy a new board, or just let it be what it is and just deal with the firmware we got right now, which is also another option we were thinking about. But, you know, thinking all this through doesn't mean it's going to happen or not happen. It's just been, it's one of the things we're dealing with. Another video I like to get into is working on this. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going, whoa, wait a minute, you're going to go video games now? Well, this is a 3D printing channel. No, I am a video gamer head. I do love the Dreamcast. I think the Dreamcast was probably the better system versus the PlayStation, but we all know who won that battle, PlayStation, because really this was not meant to battle the PlayStation. It was a different type of beast and was poorly executed by Sega of America and Sega of Japan. Both companies were terrible at it, not knowing what they could do with this machine. And, well, this machine works, but I'm thinking of taking out the drive and putting in a what is called the ECD. What is the ECD? It's an emulating CD card. You put it in, you hook up your SD card to it, and connect it to this. And I have some 3D printed parts for that. So you can mount this on here and get it working. Like, show you. Right in here, I have the part printed. So I also used my screen that has that my PEO board bed sheet, and I printed out the button too. So the button goes into the hole like so. You press on it, resets the board under it, and allows you to access the menu without having to hit the reset button. Because when you hit the reset, it just restarts that same game. So you press this inside the machine, and then you can change the game. I'm also going to be installing an SD card reader on this unit too. But there's a little history why I can't do that, and I'll explain that also, because it all comes down to having the right parts. And right now I don't have the right parts yet. I thought I ordered the right parts, and turns out they're not available anymore. So I got to talk about that too. So it does 3D printing involved. So yeah, using 3D printed parts to, put that in my system. Why not? It'll be a lot of fun, I think. And they're all made out of PLA, so shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, it's there's a lot going on in the Canadian Maker Project household and dealing with a lot of stuff. So yeah, I know it's kind of excuses, but it is what it is. It's not been fun. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it an end here. It's been fun talking with you guys all. Thanks for dropping by. And till next time, we'll chat to you later. And hopefully you continue 3D printing, because let's face it, 3D printing is fun. Well, it's fun for me. And it is my day job. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. And I will catch you on the next one.